a story, a true story. Yesterday I was walking to the theater, and I felt like I was being followed. So I began to move faster. But still I had this feeling that I was being followed. Nobody was behind me, but I had this feeling. And I looked up, and there above me was a rainbow-colored cloud. A small cloud, but it seemed to only be above my head. And every time I moved away from it, the cloud moved with me. And when I moved quicker, the cloud moved quicker. And when I hid behind a tree, the cloud hid behind a tree. And then there was a little bit of thunder. And a flash of lightning. And this cloud opened up and began to pour drops of, not rain, no, drops of paint. First, a very large turquoise drop of paint fell from the cloud, and it hit the ground and it bounced into two drops of paint. And then these turquoise drops were joined by every color of the rainbow as all the drops of paint came from the crowd. And there they were falling down, moving about, moving in such ways I'd never seen, bouncing and jumping, and they were big and stretchy, and I had never seen such colored blobs before. And then the wind began to blow, and the colored blobs became like pencils. They became tall and stretched out, and then they did hopping like bunnies, which I had never seen before either. Hopping paint blobs like that, and then they grew very large and fat and strong. And then they shrunk down, they got down onto the floor, and then they grew back up. They grew larger and larger, and they stretched higher and higher, and then a bit of lightning struck the paint blobs, and they were electrified. I had never seen electrified paint blobs before, and the wind blew them together into a big clump of paint. And just as I was being mauled by the I blew. And all the blobs of paint moved around, and they moved away. And as I looked closer, I thought I saw faces in the blobs of paint. What could it be? Could there be faces in the blobs of paint? Could there be arms and hands and legs? And I rubbed my eyes and I looked again, and no, they were just shapes. Shapes, and I couldn't tell what they were. I couldn't tell if there was anything. They were just big blobs there, big blobs of paint. And about the time I reached my paintbrush out, the wind blew again, and the blobs of paint slowly blew away, with that rainbow cloud blowing slowly away. And always the turquoise blob crawling slowly. Always they were the last blobs. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the paint blobs, followed by